Please stand by.
So to our second heat semi-final with X-Terminator, Marlon Pritchard, Paul Lewis and Simon Baldwin, up against Arnold. Arnold Terminegger with Ian Inglis, son William and daughter Holly, the Loudwater Combined School in High Wycombe.
2, 1.
Young William and Holly, the tactical experts. William, he says, playing also a vital part for this team. He says he makes it look good. Arnold Terminegger on the defensive against X-Terminator, our number 22 seeds. By far the bigger of the two robots, by far the heavier of the two robots, and very quick X-Terminator, 25 miles an hour. If you're looking for a dark horse for this series of Robot Wars, well, maybe X-Terminator. Who knows, though? This will be a major surprise and shock if Arnold Terminegger can pull off a victory here. Dead Metal comes out with the claws and the pincers. Arnold gets away. X-Terminator on the attack with a great axe. He can use an interchangeable flipper as well there. Don't forget it has the scoop bucket too. And all the aggression early on from X-Terminator against Ian, a project manager by trade. Loves his DIY. It took him 7 years to build a wall at home, by the way. Arnold Terminegger has flipped X-Terminator! Will this be the surprise? No! Those side spike 3-net mechanisms came out. A change this year for X-Terminator. That's why they could survive and come back to attack. Arnold once again. X-Terminator driving away. That is not good technique. X-Terminator team. Marlon Pritchard at the controls, but they come back on the attack again on Arnold. The axe to me doesn't look greatly powerful. Maybe the scoop weapon is more effective to flip at the front. You just saw it lifting up there. More of a scoop wedge than a bucket. Coming back on the attack though, Arnold Terminegger. Really showing a very good plucky display here. Arnold. The axe comes down rather flimsy. There's almost like a yapping jaw on the front of Terminegger. But now you can see the flashing eyes of Kill-Lot. Terminegger getting away. It has a lifter, it has a self-righter, the chassis, don't forget, from a cold water storage tank. Also parts from a boat in there in Arnold. Well, they've come to grips with each other. I think X-Terminator is in control of this little dance. Seems to be pushing Arnold around. Again, the axe comes down. Controls being used to, I think, steer away from trouble and take this to the judges. It will go to a judge's decision to see who beats Behemoth in the heat final. For me, it's X-Terminator. We'll have to see some action again, though. Well, Marlon Pritchard and the X-Terminator team, look at that, thinks it's close. Ian Inglis waits to see the decision. X-Terminator first attack using the axe. Back came Arnold Terminegger with the flip. So X-Terminator had the self-right. Then look at this drive into the CPZ. This could be the decisive moment.
The judge's decision is through, based on style, control, damage and aggression. And they've gone for X-Terminator! Oh, well. Are you upset about that?
Not too much.
It was very close, wasn't it?
Yeah?
I mean, I wouldn't have liked to call that. I mean, last year you had a walker,
yeah, we
didn't
brought
you?
Miss Struts along.
Yeah, Miss Struts. But you've come up with a roller this year.
That's right.
And it's a fine one. It was touch and go who won that one.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun with the rollers compared to the walkers, so they're so much quicker and much more manoeuvrable.
How much can that lift?
Oh, it's hard to tell. It safely it can lift around 100 kilos, but you can go far in excess of that. But I think it made the chassis collapse up to about 600 kilos.
Yeah. Back again next year?
Yes.
A walker or a roller?
We have plans for a walker called Master Struts, and we're still keen on the rollers as well.
Brilliant. We'll love to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, Arnold!
Good fight. It was a very good fight.
It was a good fight. It was quite close, wasn't it?
It was. It was.
I tell you what, though, lads, you've got Behemoth in the final.
Tell us about it.
And they're a tough robot.
Yeah. We haven't worked out what we're going to do yet.
No strategy yet.
Not yet.
I reckon fingers crossed, lads. Fingers crossed.
Everything crossed.
Let's hear it for X-Terminator! Cheers, guys.
Oh, Arnold, they've gone out, leaving the two seeds in the heat final. Behemoth against X-Terminator 2. This is going to be a very tough, tight battle, I think.
Now, I felt very protective over your robot out there.
That's nice to hear.
Because I saw it, and first of all, I thought, well, it's not going to be up to much. And then it just carried on, got better and better, and just impressed me so much by the end. I felt actually quite maternal towards it. Now, what are you gutted?
Not quite sure.
Not sure. It's not fair, is it, really, though?
Nah.
I think you had the much better robot. They won. They were brute force and ignorance, really.
They were less subtle than we were, and we lost out because we didn't have enough control over the robot.
Well, I have to say, it's wonderful to have a robot like yours, where you really don't know what to expect. And it's just brilliant to watch. Brilliant entertainment.
I'm really pleased with it because it's been actually quite reliable. It took some big hits.
I know.
And it actually carried on working.
I know. It's fairly mashed, isn't it? That would be fair to say, wouldn't it?
The lifter's got quite severely bent, and that's what stopped us from actually flipping him over a second time, because they actually hit it so hard, and we couldn't actually get it low enough to get under them after that. It just kept bringing us to a halt.
Right, well, don't give up on these ones. Back next wars with a walker, but we loved it.